Now, he has gone to the Urgot into this as well, and he is going to return to it here for game number 1.
All he needs to get is 1 kill, 1 ult coming out, and that AoE fear has so much value. We've seen it perform well into the Rek'Sai. You can buffer his knockups with your E. If he ults onto you, he ends up behind you, so you can just flip him quite comfortably. It should be smooth sailing for them.
Well, we got game number 1 on the cards. Let's hop into the rims.
For such a long time, and in this series, and obviously if they lose, they still have an opportunity to do that. It just comes down to the wire. Game 1, we see Gen G trying to establish some vision here. Maybe looking for Zeka, a little bit of poke to start off.
Yeah, I mean, they are just really going ham with this one, and I mean, the Urgot is going to be quite strong early on, but Canyon is going to face check into 2 of them as they are committing quite far into the jungle. Are Gen G, and Keen is just going to hop away for now, but pretty interesting trades early on, as Alistair doesn't do much early on, speaking of which, so Len's having some fun.
He was too low in HP, wasn't able to heal up, and oh, Delight's looking mid. Yeah.
Chovy is Azir, and Zeka is just clearing the wave. So, in a way, Delight passing it on. He says, okay, thank you, Peanut. Now I'm going to go mid and maybe trying to look towards the top side, but these scrubs are already gone. Yeah. I just do wonder if there will ever be kill threat onto this Azir, who is going to be going for the Leandris first, and, you know, is going to have the extra health. And
especially, as you said, like a pick like the Rek'Sai or a pick like the Akali really helps you to sort of...
Okay, gonna try to continue on this play. Keen has no idea as now the ping is gonna come out in mid, but might be a bit too late as the Rek'Sai ult. Hard to get away from this one as Keen is just so dead, and they're gonna give first blood over to Zeka here on his Akali.
Yeah, really great timing, and Keen just not respecting it. The fact that Zeka didn't even need to commit the ultimate from a Rek'Sai, if you are even slightly overextended, it's so easy.
Yeah. So he's going to cleanse the exhaust as now the roof comes in, but Viper's still on the chase, and now Delight is here as well. Has his flash if he wants to continue, but he's just going to get the flash out of Lehends and the ghost out of Pays.
But I still think it is going to come down to execution. Kraken Slayer completed for Pays is a nice spike. We'll have to see how the fight breaks out.
All right, well, X-Flash over the wall. They want to engage on the Sejuani. Not the best pick, but now the 1v1 in the mid lane as well. And now the Zeri looking to chase down, but the Philios damage over the wall. And now the TP coming in from Keen. But here is Doran as well, looking to turn it onto the Urgot, who is left all alone. And down he will go as Viper picks up a kill in this game, the second for Hanwha Life Esports.
Yeah, I think just a bit early for Gen G to cut through the front line of Hanwha Life Esports, and the setup from Hanwha Life really solid.
Is very important. As Peanut is going to drop down the Rift Herald. This was spotted that they were doing this, but Gen G just electing to let it go. And now Keen is kind of like just alone here. There is a turret, but it's nearly gone. And you would imagine that, yeah, they're just going to turn on to Keen here. The Black Cleaver is getting some work done into Doran, but no flash, no help, and no Urgot. He's just dead.
Yep, completely isolated here, and Gen G might try and look on the other side, but you're trying to dive an Alistair. It's a hard ask. And in the meantime, a second charge comes through.
Gen G going to start up the streak. Hanwha Life Esports say, well, we already have 2 Drakes, but they are still going to TP into this one. Delight has a fantastic angle. Gen G caught between a rock and a hard place. That Wukong already getting started. They engage on that backline as Pays. He does survive for a bit, and down will go the Zeri, but now Zeka is a huge force to be reckoned with as Chovy is left alone on the right side, but there's the fear coming in from the Urgot, and that should be enough to turn this fight around as Doran is the one to survive, but the rest of his teammates are gone.
Yeah, and actually Gen G managed to get a handle in the fight. The value from the Urgot, absolutely massive there. Come through from Keen, and the value is humongous.
Yeah, I mean, Viper, got to be a bit quicker. You got to flash that divide. I mean, your Zeri could have easily come back in the fight. As we're listening in to Keen, I'm going to go for this, he says, right there at the end. Yep, for the Akali. Pretty straightforward, but a great team fight, as I was talking about before. You know, even if he doesn't get huge value in the lane from the Urgot.
There's a TP. They could back off now and be happy with getting the TP if they wanted.
Yeah. The hook is going to miss, though, and there's the engage, the turn onto the Urgot, who is so tanky, but not tanky enough. Immediately goes down the turn. Super crisp from the side of Hanwha Life Esports. That's going to get the top laner of Gen G down. And now a 5v4 situation for Hanwha Life Esports, plus that teleport you were talking about. He's fine. He's Rek'Sai.
Yeah, he's right. I feel like the Urgot's doing so much damage with the AoE Shred.
Oh, wait.
Oh, no.
They had a ward. Pays backing in a very precarious spot. He has to flash, and now he's got Nakali on him. He's just dead. Down goes Pays. Essentially, for free is now Lahan's desperate to save his teammates, but nearly goes down himself.
Situation, but he burns his flash as well.
And they're just going to start the Baron. I mean, no Aphelios. That is a huge chunk of damage gone.
Look how low keen and Lahan's are already.
Yeah. And they can easily turn if they want to. I mean, here we go. There's the turn. A massive Wukong Ultimate SD Divide is huge from the side of Chovy, but you can't get away from the Akali just right on top of them as they continue. But Chovy's getting huge value. They go so far into the Azir that, you know, I don't think you're going to be able to take out the Rek'Sai, though, as Chovy, he's still going to give it a try. He's still full health. They never got on top of the Azir. See, you can tell they're looking for a turn as well. As the angle coming in, that ult from the Sejuani not going to do anything, as here is the turn. Zeka on the flank. His Zeri ultimate is going to be popped as a big engage comes in from that, and a massive follow-up from Delight as they get in the back of it. But look at Chovy. He's still full health. He's still turning this one around alongside of Keen. And now it's going to be Zeka against Chovy, and Zeka with a triple kill already. He is looking to finish this one off. He's got Doran with him as well. The Q timing is off, but it's still a quadra for Zeka in the team fight.
What a huge team fight for Hanwha Life Esports. Played so perfectly by every member. Yeah, and struggles a lot, you know. Try to lock down. If you ult Doran, it does basically nothing. Keep flanked. This is from Zeka. He is so fed right now.
He is so gigantic, and they're engaging onto Rek'Sai. I mean, they have a huge amount of damage, but it's a Rek'Sai, guys. As the engagement Delight, not that great, actually. Doesn't get to the backline. Paige is totally fine, and the fight is broken up here. Hanwha Life Esports do not find the angle, and Gen G, they turtle up, and they win this one in a big way. 2 kills already.
And you see the difference in this situation. You know, they didn't have Doran and Zeka flanking there. It was basically just Zeka. And the Azir turret had so much value in that situation. Once again, the team fights are so down to the wire in this game.
They're trying to get this dragon, and yeah, they
give it up.
They just don't have the time. And yes, they're mobile, they'll get away, but this is a thanks for the leash moment as they go from Baron to the Cloud Drake, and now Gen G have 3 Cloud Drakes stacked up in this game, just bit by bit.
Yeah.
And even that's not great. So they're going to keep all 3 cannon minions alive.
I mean, Viper just so wants to get a single Q in on them. Okay, they got 2 there, but just like get value from the static Shiv. That's all you're looking for, but he just hasn't been able to touch the wave. Now trying to clear it out.
Zeka on the flank, and once again, just spotted by the Urgot. Doesn't get to play the game. And
such a good job of just checking these flanks consistently.
Yep. And here we go. This turret should fall. I mean, there's not even minions in range, just the Void Bubs. And that will be enough. They will take down the top inhibitor. This is Baron, so.
Yeah, I think it's crazy how Hanwha Life Esports have these really orchestrated plays to kill Pays. And then Gen G so quickly turn it around on a Viper.
Yeah. Lens is going to flash away. Now the counter engage does come in, but that's a Rek'Sai. That's not the target. You guys want to hit it? Now the Zeri is going insane mode. They way overextend in this fight, and now Gen G are going to pay the price as Pays loses his GA. And one small mistake, one mistimed engage, and immediately Hanwha Life Esports are back on top.
What was going through the heads? Oh, Doran snipes Chovy here. This
boy.
They might actually be able to get so. Could they even end here?
They're going to try.
He could just stop Chovy recalling forever.
Well, even if they don't get the end, they will take the mid inhibitor. And Doran absolutely will tank up this turret. You think he cares?
He doesn't take damage.
He doesn't take damage. He does not care at all.
Oh, great timing.
Yeah, he doesn't have the knockup now. And so Doran's just going to TP in. They're going for the end as they dive onto Chovy. And he's Zonya as he stays alive. Zeka's taking the turret. They can't take out the tank Azir. Doran doesn't do enough damage.
I don't think they can end now.
They're going to try. The Nexus is bare. They are hitting it. And the Zeri just does too much. The knockup comes in from Doran and denies the engage. Way too much. And I said before, he's going to have to pull more weight. Well, he's trying. But as a unit, Hanwha Life Esports currently look like the better team.
Oh, potentially Aurelion Soul coming out. You know, definitely a pick that doesn't have as much early pressure.
Ooh.
And the Jace coming. You know, I think Jace has a good amount of value here because it's not a very long-range composition from Gen G.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see if it works out this time for Gen G or if it's a 2-0. Let's hop on the rift for game 2.
You have to be a bit careful. This is one thing we've seen from the Aurelion Sol. Even though kind of level 3, most champions start to pick up momentum against him.
Yeah, well, at least, you know, I was mentioning maybe Viper could go for the Ghost, but wanted to go for the safe option for the lane. Wanted to get through it as just dashing forward is Chovy. Yeah, this is Aatrox Sejuani, and okay, the dash is going to go very wide. Feels like Jonah Strong is definitely expecting it. Here's the return gank in the top side. No flash this time around for Doran.
Zeka's coming over. Will he be here in time?
Shock Blast is going to miss, and you know what? They just give it up after seeing the wall coming over that ward that they had in the jungle. I was alive, and now I am not anymore. Delight is just next to the Sejuani, and he's on the run. But Canyon is not going. Okay, there he is. He's going to get the flash here out of Delight, as now it all comes down on Zeka, who will have to flash away himself. That's 3 flashes consecutively in favor of Gen G in this early game. Peanut is going to smite away a second Void Buff and might have to flash himself. Kind of an awkward spot here, 3v2 in favor of Gen G, as Doran's just going to go in, but he has to flash away now. He takes a massive amount from the Aatrox. And now Peanut's going to flash out of here.
Full set, you know? Every single member of Honor Esports flashing in like the past 2 minutes.
And you even have a timer on the first one, which was Viper, and you can say, okay, well, when he gets his back, everybody's about to have them back. So
whoever's typing the timers in chat has got their work cut out for them.
Yeah, absolutely does. Viper, very awkward spot here as the tidal wave is going to miss, but all the other CC is going to hit as Viper dodging so much he gets to the Lulu, who will put that wild growth in and save his life, but again...
And I feel like when one team has an Aurelion Sol and they're the ones who are kind of controlling the game, that's not a great feeling, not a great position to be in.
We got a lot of members here on the bottom side of the map, and Zeka's going to get bubbled and eat a culling to the face. Here's Canyon. Peanut standing right next to Zeka will save him.
That's it.
Vibe.
Yeah, just vibe. There's not much you can do in response to that. But yeah, it's definitely been a slow one here. Herald being picked up by Gen G on the top side, and they could just look to make use of this mid and pick up the mid lane tier 1 pretty early on. I don't think they're going to use it right now, but definitely potential for that to come through.
Meanwhile, Peanut has made his presence felt on the bottom side of the map, which means they know he's not here.
The heralding top, which I don't really agree with. Yeah, I feel like mid tier 1 is just so much more impactful.
Yeah. As Doran now might have to flash away from this one, as he will just go in and then flash away. As a bunch of TPs coming on in now. Big ult is going to come out from the Aurelion Sol, but still not a real engaged. Zeka all alone here as the wild growth comes out and he saves his life. There's Delight, and everybody on the side of Home Life Esports will get away as we're about to break the record for 2024 spring latest first blood.
They aren't unfazed. Zeka's looking, I think, for a wall angle here, though.
Yeah. It is a pretty nice wall angle as the tidal wave is going to come in. There's the wall as well. Knock up here on the Lahens, who has to flash over that wall. And once again, just waiting to see who's going to get the flip on this Drake. It's Canyon in position as well, but it is going to go the way of Canyon. Peanut in a bit of trouble now. Has to use the Crescent Guard, and Keen is isolated. They take him out. First blood at 19 minutes. And can't dash over those rocks, but they are setting up here. Chovy over the wall. Here he comes, but now a double bubble comes in from Lahens. Getting pretty far forward, though, and now Viper is just going to isolate Chovy and immediately punish him for that aggressive play.
Yeah. Diminishing the impact of that CC, so it isn't super easy for them as well into the Talia trying to engage.
Viper's going to dash into them, and yes, he cleanses, but I think he's just dead. Yeah, that was kind of confusing, as now Peanut has to flash the wall once again. They are really getting value out of that summoner spell, I guess.
Yeah.
Just get lucky. That's the way it's got to be.
Though.
And
Genji are keeping Keen pushing the side lane as long as possible. So trying to make use of that pressure, but Honor Life Esports like, no, we're taking the dragon. I mean, Gen G could just kind of let them have it. They maybe try to steal Canyon, but don't fight.
Yeah. I mean, they have control of this brush here with the Ocean Rift, right? They're going to throw out an ult as well, just kind of half-heartedly. It doesn't do anything. Peanut still in the pit, waiting for this one, and the engagement Heads just disappears in that back line. It's now over the wall. Here comes Viper. Can't really lock down a target, even gets moved back by the wall, but they're still on the chase. They should be able to get Canyon. They also picked up that Drake, of course. As Canyon, you're not going anywhere. He will go down, and they should give this kill over to Viper, which they do. That's 2 kills over to the side of Life Esports. Get something going on a Viper, maybe. Nope. Not really going to do anything.
Genji have this tendency, sort of when it gets to this point in the game, we saw it last game, to try and group up and just secure this mid-tier 1.
Well, they're going to get the Crescent Guard out. That wall is pretty nice, but nobody's really there to benefit from it as they save the turret. They got that going, and now Jovi's just going to lose the majority of his health.
And the thing is, we talked about like the difficulties engaging for both sides.
Now there's rocks on the ground. They're just being poked over the wall. Pays dashes over the rocks, immediately dies. You can't afford to make the mistake. But now Viper, he's going to do it as well himself. But still going to go the way of Life Esports here. Is Jovi on the fly. He is going to get out, but Life Esports could be pretty happy with the way these fights are going.
They've got to be a bit careful here.
He's got the light at least, and you know what? He's going to poke at Lehens and Canyon at the same time.
I think it's kind of crazy when you see how little damage Zeka did there to Lehens, and then a shock blast.
Oh, it's a kill! It's a dead Nami! And it's right at the last moment of his recall.
Yeah, like Zeka's hitting Lehens, and Doran's like, no, I'll show you damage.
Oh, they see him too.
Debut year, just in the vision. Actually, you know what I think it is? It's a Horizon focus from Talia.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure.
Absolutely.
Gives the vision on a target when you proc it.
Definitely a bit of a situation.
Definitely some... Oh, Canyon's trying to look for vision here.
Yeah, they just didn't have any vision on the Baron. Somebody has to face check it, and it was Canyon this time. Thankfully, for his sake, he doesn't go down, but now you don't have flashes, you don't have summoners, and you still don't have vision. And somebody has to find this, and the damage from the Jace is still incredible as the wall comes in. Zeka gonna be interrupted. He doesn't have his flash, but he stays alive with the help of his support. But now the Aatrox turns it around. Keen frontlining, and now you can't really get away from this dragon as Doran will go down, and Genji gonna ace them on the Baron. Ace this time. He's doing an incredible amount of damage. Zeka gonna have that Seraph's popped here. Life Esports, they do have better wave clear with this comp, of course, compared to game 1.
The sustain from Nami is coming in. There's a redemption as well. Even if you hit a shock blast, like you have to hit multiple to get value.
Yeah, and
like look how much less damage it's suddenly doing now.
Now the Lucian's doing more, but now the play on a Keen, they're gonna force the flash here. Doran really trying to alley-oop that one. You're not playing Gragas, buddy, but
yeah, going for the J-Sec there.
You are gonna trade flashes, I guess.
You can actually get so much value from this item. Cutting down all that protection that Life Esports has.
Yeah, you definitely can. And he's... Okay, they're going to throw out an ult here, Viper. And he's going to have to dash away. Delight nearly loses his life, just flashes over the wall. It's now Keen with his World Ender trying to get something going here on the Zeka. As Peanut going to be frozen up. And Life Esports are just on the run, but it's so difficult to run away from the Aurelion Soul as Peanut. He's going to get knocked up. The Crescent Guard will not save him forever. And this is exactly the team fight that Genji were looking for. They get that frontliner, and they're looking for more of the base with the Aurelion Soul as well. They're going to get vision. They don't have smite. Will they take the fight? I think they kind of just have to send it. As Zeka, he took that literally. He's going to send himself into that backline and is going to survive. They got the Baron, and they got out as Peanut in a very awkward spot here. He does have the Crescent Guard, so he will survive. But look at this. Viper is just going to go down. He immediately gets melted. And that's 2 kills that will go the way of Genji. Doran, desperation as he jumps into the 2 of them. And it's just not going to matter. Genji looking to potentially put the cap on this one.
And Life Esports got to be thinking back to that Baron play where they really ended up fumbling their advantage. It has cost them dearly, and now Genji should just be able to end. Life Esports and try and make a desperation play, but I don't think they have a good chance.
Yep, definitely a desperation play. Genji looks like they have done it. No knock-up here on Najobi. And yeah, they're just trying their best, but this Nexus will go down as we are all tied up 1-1. We have a series on our hands. Victory or anything like that. You see Doran did do an insane amount of damage as well, but most of that was in the mid game. And eventually at 40 minutes, Gen G put an end to it, so
why not?
Interesting.
I think Life Esports are very happy with how the draft has panned out. I'm not sure what Gen G can do here to kind of save it. Look, a lot of people are anti-Jax in the jungle.
Could happen, but let's see. Let's hop into the Rift for game number 3.
You really know they're out to farm. They're out just to scale up when they're both going cull in the situation.
Yeah, we got Grasp once again here, by the way, for Chovy. Did play this in game number 1.
Which is kind of expected. The amount of presence Tom has level 1 and Jinx just outranging Zeri, so they're able to put Pays a little bit behind. Top lane, Keen actually kind of toasting Doran so far. You know, the early damage of Rumble not to be disrespected, but levels 3 is hit, doing wrestling things.
Wait, no, he's full health.
He's just full health. Oh, he must have popped his health potion in his inventory.
It fills your whole health bar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Zeka, pretty cute play there. Peanut's just going for double scuttle. He's not actually trying to do anything to Chovy here.
Just giving him a grasp attack, you know, a little slide by.
Right.
Yeah, you really need that bin.
You need it. And even early on, I think even when you do get the Leandries, it's not really going to matter because
I think
the sustain is too high.
I think you kind of need like Leandry's Oblivion Orb.
He's going for the kill. Flash on in, and Keen is in a lot of trouble. He is going to flash away, and now it's Doran in a lot of trouble as the knockup does not come in, and Keen picks up first blood. Peanut is here.
Should have this.
Yeah, I mean, there's no flash, so just flash on in, and there it is. 3 hits. Yeah. And down he does go.
Total gold ends up going in favor of...
Meanwhile, very nice hook does come in onto Viper. Decent amount of hook.
Both the hook and the W from Pays.
Some of that Fury generation on minions and stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure Keen is thinking about that right now. He's like, oh god.
I wish it were 14-7.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Valdez, it is 14-6 for the entirety of playoffs. Unlucky.
Unlucky for them.
Let's go for that. Viper is fine. Doran is taking everything, and this time with the Ignite is actually struggling and gets flashed on. Ults in, and now they turn it around! You gotta be kidding me! Peanut here again, top of the morning with this Pengu.
Yeah, we can even see Peanut's pretty close by, so they wanted to set up for this. But he's just kind of hanging around, waiting for the commit.
Yeah.
He really waits a long time. He's like, no, he needs to be right under the tower.
와 지렸다. 와.
Oh, man.
뭐야 이거.
That was sick, he says.
못 잡네.
I couldn't get him.
He looks so upset. I would be in that
It is continuing to happen. I suppose if the Rek'Sai just stands in front of the Rumble
I feel like
gives
Doran's
him the
like,
full combo.
Doran's like, I can totally out-heal your damage. And then like, the end of a flame spitter, he's like, I'm good. I'm fine.
It's like kind of okay. This Dragon looks to be going the way. Canyon gonna hop over the wall though, and it does go to Canyon. Just slaps that one down with this W, but now this fight going heavily the way of Life Esports. Pace just barely gonna get away, but lands will go down first. The Light still on the chase here. Gets the slow on a Canyon, but that's a Jax. As the flash on in with the charm is huge from the side of Zeka. That's a second kill as Doran even gonna zone Chovy away from the fight.
I love how this composition plays. It's so fun seeing the Viari.
Yeah, I mean, it was way too powerful for the gold that it was, that it cost. As the slow comes down with the zap, and Peanut, he's so tanky, he is gonna go down, but the Devour comes through, and Delight is in a really rough spot himself. Peanut now trying to flash away. He is going to barely get away thanks to Delight as...
the lightning.
Yeah.
And we kind of saw it again here. A lot of focus there went on to the Nautilus, and it was clear Life Esports thought it'd just be a free kill.
Chovy does not have vision of this, and he's gonna get flashed on. No flash here for Chovy himself. Just waiting for that cooldown to see if he can get away, and just the edge of that one is gonna hit away the Zeka, but it's not going to be enough, as Doran will follow up with his own ult, and that will be Chovy going down.
Yeah, we also have 2 items for the Jinx as well. Dragon's coming up now. Whoa.
Chovy TP'd right in front of that one, but at least Canyon is there. The Equalizer is huge value, forces out the Devour already, and now Delight's in a little bit of a struggle, but Lahen's also getting super low, ticking away, and Doran follows over the top as Canyon trying to get away, and Chovy looking for the angle, but he gets bi-ultimated immediately. They do take out the Jinx though, as the Zhonya's comes out, and Chovy, he wants to carry this fight all by himself, and it looks like he might just be able to create the space for FaZe on the chase, as the flash of the wall is not going to catch the Rek'Sai, but still a nice fight here for Gen G.
I cannot imagine.
No devour is what he said. And let's see.
나 공 5초. 앞라인부터 봐봐.
Ult in 5
야,
seconds.
봐봐.
Hit the front line.
쟁크 노플, 쟁크 노플.
No flash, no flash.
나플 있어.
I have flash.
저게 안 찔려?
Wait, that didn't land? Oh, a play to be made here maybe, as we're going deep into that backline. Once again, the 4-man into 4-man knockup. You've got to be kidding me. They're going to take out one of them, actually two, as now the front line is being burned here by Keen. Picks up 2 kills by himself, but the backline was accessed the entire time by Doran and Delight, and Viper was untouched the entire fight.
Just such a beautiful engage. I feel like Honor Life Esports playing as a unit, the engages they find. In theory, they could go towards the Baron, but do you really want to be in the Baron pit against this 4-man Honor Life Esports? I feel like losing the Light loses a safety net, but you still have so much power in these fights.
Look at the amount of pings that are going down here from the side of Honor Life Esports. They want to fight this, and I mean, you still have nice pick potential. You take someone out immediately, maybe you get it going. Also a potential for the steal as the Equalizer doesn't do much. They get in the backline. It does go the way of Canyon and paces over the wall. They go super deep for this one as Chovy goes deep himself, but Viper gets away. Zeka over the wall with the flash, and will pick up a second kill. Viper on the chase here, looking for a bit more, but FaZe and Canyon get away with the Baron buff.
And maybe this is where Gen G can get a big resurgence. They got a lot of gold from the previous passages of play. Oh, Delight.
Oh, Delight. He's going to flash away. The Equalizer doesn't do much, but now Chovy gets the Devour. Does Delight saves him for a little bit, but the dive is still there. Everybody on the side of Gen G getting under that turret. As now the turn trying to come out here, but there's not a lot of damage left on the side of Honor Life Esports, and FaZe is running rampant in that backline. Zeka is barely going to get over the wall with his ult getting back, but Gen G make a nice play here in mid.
Yeah.
Well, okay, they're going to pull it out. And then they are going to rush it down. And Peanut still could try to send it, but I think that's pretty risky, and they're just going to let it go. Gen G pick up Soul Point on the Mountain Soul.
And now they're actually in a gold lead, so much taken away. I feel like Gen G have kind of brought this game back from such a rough position.
Very much handling these fights.
Yeah, and I mean, you have the enemy team carries going tanky, and they have double mountain. It feels really bad.
Unless Chovy just stands on choppers, but the turnaround is coming in, and now Doran is in a lot of trouble. He's going to be burned down, as nobody on the side of Honor Life Esports could follow up on that one.
Not able to buy enough time with the ult, not able to get off in the CC. Zeka?
Well, at least he has the Banshees, I guess, and now just going to ult into the Nautilus, and Chovy finds an angle, only hits the top catch, he's so low! A chance here for Honor Life Esports, but it is Delight to go down first. The flash on in, Viper doesn't have any more summoners, he's going to go down, and the chase of this comp from Gen G is enough to pull them ahead.
They're going to have to try and stop the game from ending here and now.
Zeka, I think he needs his ult to actually... Oh, he's going to get the smite down. Will Peanut, and now the turn, and then 4-man knockup comes in, gives them a chance to pull this game back. You've got to be kidding me once again. Another charm is going to come in and hit base, and they clean them up entirely in the base.
Just when you think the game is ending, they manage to find their way back in.
And they execute it. As here we go, Zeka on in. Very nice hook here from Hens into the wall as Doran goes in, and the rocket hits the front line, and it just looks like Doran is unkillable, but he eventually goes down, and now Chovy is in the back line. A very awkward Devour as Viper. He gets a reset, but he has no summoners, and he doesn't have the damage, but now a front line for Zeka. A chance, but the divide comes in, and Chovy stands tall alongside of FaZe. They do the damage in the pit, and that might just be enough as they take down the Mountain Soul.
Oh, but Zeka's actually keeping in to clear the wave. He's trying to prevent an end here. Mountain Soul goes over Gen G. Absolute winners of that fight, of that passage of play. But they won't be able to end the game now.
And yes, I mean, there's still a fed Jinx, but Chovy's insane right now. He's very fed himself, and FaZe is also Zeri.
They're so bulky. I mean, even Zeri has such high base stats. But like, Zeri is the squishiest target on this Gen G roster. And Honor Life Esports' composition relies on getting resets. Hard to get any when they're so bulky.
All right, gonna go for Lehens. Forces the flash. Spirit Rush utilized. And a rocket to the face. That was nearly another one.
This feels so tense. TP's available for Zeka. He wants to recall. I think Honolife Esports benefit from stalling this out, getting some poke in, and getting Ari's cooldown back available. It's not going to take long. They're actually moving towards the top lane tower here, while Zeka covers mid, and Doran just kind of plays interrupt. They can't really
Just going top.
past him. Yeah, they're going for the top lane tower.
They're zoned away. Gen G, I think they might lose their inhibitor here.
The thing is, this seems good, but Elder's up in 40 seconds. It's like you're forcing Gen G back.
Well, yeah, you're going to force them back. You're going to force a fight, I would imagine. I mean, they could even look at the Nexus turrets, but now back's coming in. HLE Esports don't want to overstep. Chovy looking for an angle now.
Oh, look at the hens.
Yeah, he's thinking about it, surely. As is Chovy. Delight looking pretty tasty right now. Look at him trying to just hobble his way out of here, and the equalizer going to slow him down even more. Delight, though, is on the top Kench as flash forward here from Keen, trying to just get that damage in, and now Doran, he gets a knockout, but there's no follow-up here. Ults in, flashes away, and now a chance here for Chovy, gets in, gets a sweep, doesn't hit much, and now he has to go into his Zonias, and now Peanut over the wall. He's not going to get over the wall. Not going to get over the wall. Maybe a good thing, actually. See?
Yeah, long wall there. You can tell they want to really fight, but like Baron's up, Elder's up. You have to make something happen.
A charm and a chance, and Canyon gets in, hits the stun up to everybody, and that's going to be the end of the Jinx, and maybe just the end of the game, as now 4 kills come in for the Zeri. And a chance maybe to push the top wave as Pays will go up here.
Such a scrappy game. You know, I was ready to call it in the mid game. I felt like Honolife Esports had firm control, but this one, not only is it a huge win for Gen G, but such a tilter for Honolife Esports. They must have felt that game was completely in control, and then suddenly everyone in Gen G starts building tank, and they're all just unkillable.
Get him out in Soul, build some tank items, and win some team fights as a death ball. They do exactly that. Gen G gonna take a 42.5-minute game here as game 3 in the series and take the lead 2-1.
They just could not cut through this bolt.
Look at the goal difference graph too. Yeah, they just couldn't eventually. And the Jinx couldn't really do it alone in the late game. I mean, Zeka going for a tankier build, a safer build. He got many different picks.
Yeah, this is going to be the Lee Sin.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, a pretty solid pick for him. You know, I feel like we've had some pretty adventurous, pretty interesting drafts that have come out so far this series. I feel like this is possibly one that's been just a bit more.
And game number 4 is ready. Let's hop into the Rift right now.
That's a Halo Blades Kai'Sa with a Nautilus.
Well.
Yeah, use the brush and he knows because he has lethal tempo. If he doesn't get a stack, he isn't hitting anything.
Yeah.
The stronger teams aren't. I think part of the problem is the lack of lane pressure, but also like the prevalence of picks that really make it painful for Rakan. Talia being a massive one, but unfortunately that's on Honolife Esports side. Now Canyon's looking, he will be spotted by this ward, but oh, actually no, he's snuck around.
That is a very awkward spot for the ward to be in. Doran! Oh no. And he just swapped back to his gun as well. The Q is going to land here already flashed, and one more hit would do it. There it is, first blood given over to Canyon, who was given R5 Lee Sin and is looking to make it work for him. And
how did he know?
Level 2 Lehens is here in mid, and now Zeka is dead. Lehens making a play early on in the game.
Yeah, you know what I was talking about maybe Honolife being a little bit boom?
It looks like it. They pinged it.
Yeah, it is. They pinged
know.
it. It's outside. So Doran just goofed himself. There's no other way to spin it.
Yep.
몇 초임?
Wow.
이번에 가봐.
What?
That's not what Canyon said. That's what Ox said. Just waits for the flash, and then he's already slowed by red buff and E, and it's very easy.
This game is not looking promising for Honolife Esports this early on. A lot of veterans on this roster, though. The hope is that they are able to bounce back. But, yeah, not the best start for sure.
I just won a game 5, but let's see. Gen G, if they win it here, absolutely deserve it.
And the Rakan is just struggling. But, you know, the Nautilus, the thing is, if you W the Nautilus, then it gives Pays free rain. And the Nautilus with Aftershock isn't going to take that much damage. So the Hens kind of playing with free abandon, but he's got no flash here.
Yeah, turnaround. They want to punish Lehens for the play he just made, and they will, in fact, do that. And they'll even give the skill over to Viper. So, bit of a trade back. Canyon, meanwhile, is going to take the Void Grubs.
We're back. We're back in it, you know. Honolife Esports never going to give up. and it can also feel so incredibly useless. And it looks like Life Esports don't want it to be useless, so they're here to counter.
There is about to be a big shebang in the top lane. It's a 4v4 as now Peanut going to be dragged over the wall, does flash away, and Chovy not able to get over either. And now another wall's coming in as Zeka looking to join under the turret. Have Gen G gone too far? The answer looks like yes for now, but Chovy going to sweep up Doran and at least trade it back. And now Chovy here full on health, has enough mana, but will they continue is really the question. Just standing in for the plate gold. It looks like they'll back.
Very scrappy. But
yeah.
The light?
He's fine.
Yeah.
See how this goes. Just stay 4-on-4 for now until the TP is about to be available.
I think Keen's trying to keep him engaged so he doesn't have a chance to TP. Obviously, K'Sante can very easily interrupt it.
Oh. Keeping it leashed is Canyon. He says, okay, give it a try. And the dragon to be burst down, and no, it goes the way of Canyon. Pops in with the Q, executes it down with the smite, but not in this game. And unfortunately, they don't have another game, so no time to become a K'Sante one-trick for Doran, in this series at least.
Have to win on Jace to earn the right to play K'Sante.
Yep.
You know, Keen got his Rumble win in. That's why he's allowed to play K'Sante.
Ooh, oh, baited in. Keen taking multiple turret shots, and now, do they have the damage is the question. Peanut not going to continue. They see Canyon.
Yeah, they now know exactly who those someones are. Peanut's here, but he doesn't have ult.
They are going to commit to this. The flash engage from Lahen's sails totally wide as Chovy looks like he's going to stop him from getting over, but it doesn't quite matter as now Canyon in a bit of trouble himself as well. It's just going to be 2 kills to the Zeri, who is now 3-0. Viper benefiting so much from the dives of Gen G. Yeah.
It's kind of reminded when we were talking about Zeri and pentakills. Unlike he's what's setting up this, Doran already chunked low, and Keen has TP.
Yeah, look at this TP war on the bottom left. It's going to be massive if he ever TPs. Oh, it's just going to go to Canyon. And now the Wombo comes in, a massive sweep from the side of Chovy. And yes, a bit of damage goes back, and the Zeri is surviving. They get a kill onto Canyon, but can Viper do it alone is really the question. Doran getting in there. They're taking out Chovy. They take out the carry as now Keen getting in there on the K'Sante. Doran in the backline. He redeems himself. And Keen, he dodges so many of the Qs from the Zeri. It's not even funny. But eventually, he just taps on him, and Viper wins the fight. I mean, Life Esports just looking for a pick at this moment in time. You can't do the Baron this early, but he's standing on a ward, and now even though it's K'Sante, 5v1 is pretty good odds for the side of Life Esports. That's a free pick onto Keen, and maybe now they'll start the Baron.
I would not risk a flip here. Canyon has had Peanut's number when it comes to smites, but if they can start a fight, they still have ults available.
Yep, they're like to turn, and Chovy gets away from that one. Peanut taking a huge amount of damage, actually, but Lahen's kind of left out to dry as the turn does come in, but they're only hoping for 1 kill. Chovy still trying to run. He's going to have to fight away the Talia on the wall. Incredible timing, as he's always had against that ability, and he gets away.
Inevitable.
Yeah, exactly. Just totally taking over games and stuff. I mean, there were opportunities, surely, for the Dinks, but not quite the case. As now Lahen's, he's going to get the grab here on a Viper, and maybe a chance, but now the peel comes through. Chovy's got some soldiers forward, but they want to burst him down 100-0. They don't quite do it, though. And the damage comes through, but look at the damage. Chovy gets a 3-man sweep on in, and just turns the fight, takes out the Zeri. Down goes Delight, down goes Doran, and Zeka is alone. The stopwatch timing is so good, but Chovy eventually does go down, but it's traded. Gen G, they take a huge fight in the mid lane. Knowing he would be an easier target, let's see what he says.
야, 쟤,
Zeri,
야, 봐봐.
go, 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 go.
The fact he also catches Delight on the other end, so he can't do anything to peel. He dodges the knock-up here.
나 앞에서 맞아줄 거 있나?
Can someone block?
He's like, no, he just walks away.
And now it's second Ocean Drake of the game, and both teams are here.
It's a 4K gold lead for Gen G.
He's trying to make a play. Delight going to be hooked out of his dash. Down he will go. Gen G looking to stack even more. Good smite from Canyon, just in case.
So does Hayes, who's gone quite AP heavy. So a lot of poke. Oh, Peanut.
Trying to get in there. No more Celestial opposition now for Delight either. And Keen Gonna force out the flash, and a double knockup comes out from Keen. Wall is gonna be utilized here by the side of Zeka, but Kaisa can easily get over that. And now you don't have Weaver's Wall. Delight is chunked out with no support item. And this is Ocean Soul. Knockup on a Chovy though, he's gonna get stunned up. And the Zhonya's will have to be burned. Didn't quite take that much damage, and now the sweep comes in! Chovy gets it done once again, and Viper's just out of the fight. Gets the R pressed on him, the depth charge, and now Pays finding the angle, gets into the backline. Viper is so incredibly low as the hook comes in, and finally, just finally, he will go down as Gen G, the clean ace in the bottom lane.
And you know,
and 2,000 kills, why not?
Perfect timing, honestly. And this has been a back and forth series, but looks like it's going to come to the end. And, you know, I'm just going to say it. I think this could have even been a 3-0 for Honor Life Esports if it wasn't for Chovy putting the entire series on his back and just saying, I am the best player in the LCK, witness me.
He certainly did that today, and Gen G have done that as well in the LCK right now. 3-1 is the score line. They make it into the grand finals, and they qualify for MSI. Congratulations. At the end of the day, it kind of all falls into place in the 3-1.